The tragic icon for hate crimes laws is Matthew Shepard, a homosexual college student who was brutally murdered in Wyoming in 1998. At the time, it was widely reported that the reason he was beaten and left to die was because of his sexual orientation.
Wyoming went after the perpetrators, convicted them, gave them the highest penalty they could. They wanted to go for the death penalty, but Matthew's parents don't believe in it, so they went for life imprisonment. You can't do better than that in terms of executing justice. But gay rights people have said, oh, we need hate crimes laws on the books. Wyoming doesn't have a hate crimes law. They punished it because Matthew was murdered. They should have punished these guys. Matthew didn't deserve to be murdered, as nobody deserves to be murdered. So we want everybody protected, whether they're homosexual, heterosexual, whatever. But hate crimes laws single out some groups for more protections than others.
At the time, the media went all out to publicize the horrible murder of Matthew Shepard and to stress that he was murdered allegedly because he was homosexual.
There's news about a barbaric act right here at home, the fatal beating of a Wyoming college student who apparently was targeted because he was different. He was gay.
It has all the marks of a hate crime, and it has shocked the nation. Tonight, President Clinton spoke out about the brutal crime that claimed the life of a young gay man in Wyoming.
Matt Shepard, the gay college student savagely beaten last week in Wyoming, died this morning.
But new information, interestingly brought to light on ABC's 2020 in 2004, calls into question whether Matthew Shepard was murdered because he was a homosexual making unwanted advances on the wrong guys, or rather, because this was a drug deal gone bad. In any event, critics charge that the way the media initially trumpeted the Matthew Shepard case as showing the need for hate crimes laws is symptomatic of their bias. Take the example of a grisly murder by two homosexuals a year after the Shepard case of October 1998. In September 1999, another young man died, only this one didn't garner national attention. 13-year-old Jesse Durkheising, who died in Rogers, Arkansas, after being bound and gagged and sodomized with multiple objects by two gay men. He suffocated to death in the horrible ordeal. Prosecuting attorney Brad Butler.
In terms of sheer brutality, this is by far one of the worst crimes I've ever seen.
You know, when you see something like that, you can't unsee it.
Tim Keck was the chief of police for Rogers, Arkansas at the time of the murder.
I felt like the potential impact was so great that we did a stress debriefing, a mandatory stress debriefing for everyone that was involved in that incident.
And yet the national media seemed to be rather mute on this heinous crime.